Good evening, South Carolina Weather Watch. Hopefully everyone's had a fantastic Tuesday. I'm your host for South Carolina Weather, Jesse Peterson. Let's go on and talk about the weather for your Tuesday going into your future. Now, looking at the radar right now, you can see that there is rain going on up here near Gaffney, Greenville, Simpsonville, over here towards Saluda, Edgefield, Winnsboro, and Rock Hill as well. Rock Hill may be getting a little bit of a break, but that's what's going on right now. And then also we do have some rain going on that goes all the way from Pennsylvania down into Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina, and Virginia. All these regions receiving some rain, snow going on up here inside of New York, as well as maybe even some rain or some snow going on inside of the northern Midwest, the West. And speaking of the West is actually looking fine right now as well. Here is our current cloud cover. Current cloud cover right now seems to be looking heavy, especially for the upstate of South Carolina, where most of that rain is. The low country and the PD portion of the Midlands as well seem to be a bit lighter, just because there's not really much rain. And if you look at our cloud cover, you can see that there is a lot of cloud cover, a lot of cloud cover going on. And as you move through all the way 24 hours out from now into tomorrow night, cloud cover starts to break up. This is, I believe, Thursday morning right here, and then this is Thursday night right here, as cloud cover really is just scattered at the time. Current temperatures right now: 66 in Columbia, 68 in Charleston, 64 in Georgetown, as well as 62 in Myrtle Beach, 61 in Rock Hill, as well as Greenville and Union and Anderson, as well as 68 in Augusta, 68 in Fairfax, Walterboro, 66 inside Beaufort and Savannah as well. Low temperatures for tonight around 62 in Columbia, 64 in Charleston and Hilton Head Island, as well as Georgetown, 62 in Myrtle Beach, and 64 in Kingstree, as well as 64 in Sumter and Orangeburg, as well as 63 in Barnwell and Florence, 56 in Greenville, and 57 in Anderson, Spartanburg, and 59 in Rock Hill. Forecast precipitation for the next 24 or so hours, though. Around 1.5 to 2 inches possible inside of Greenville, Spartanburg, Rock Hill, Winnsboro, Newberry, and even Anderson, as well as 2 to 3 inches is still possible up there as well. Maybe 1 to 1.5 inches possible inside of Aiken, Columbia, Cheraw, Orangeburg, as well as Walterboro, half an inch to an inch possible inside of Moncks Corner, Georgetown, Myrtle Beach, Hilton Head Island, or not Hilton Head Island, but just Myrtle Beach, Georgetown, and Moncks Corner, and then a quarter of an inch to a half an inch possible inside of Charleston and Hilton Head Island. So overall rain expected for most of South Carolina. If you go to our future, in terms of severe weather, you heard the music this morning, the startup music this morning. It's the Weather Channel's kind of like red alert music, and that is because we have a slight risk of severe weather for the very eastern tip of South Carolina up there towards North Myrtle Beach. And not only that, but a marginal risk that goes all the way through the entire low country of South Carolina and the Midlands of South Carolina as well, PD region included, as there is a tornado risk. We do have a 2% risk of tornadoes inside the green, and then a 5% inside the brown. Nothing in terms of hail, and nothing in terms well, actually, yes, in terms of wind, there is a threat as well as you go into tomorrow. Nothing for day 3 for the entire U.S., and that's pretty much it. So, severe weather is possible as you go into tomorrow. They could be mainly isolated from strong to severe. And then as you go into excessive rainfall, we do still have that slight risk of excessive rainfall in effect for Greenville, Spartanburg, maybe even Anderson as well, Rock Hill. And then nothing for tomorrow, same thing going all the way to Saturday as well. And then that's pretty much it after that. As you move all the way into the HRRR as well, go all the way to the 0Z. As you go on and push this forward, rainfall is moving through from around 1 to 2 o'clock in the morning ish, and that's going to continue on as you go all the way through. This is 6 o'clock in the morning right here, as those showers and thunderstorms start to become more linear, and you can see the purple in there. That could be heavy rain / small hail going on in there. And then even as you continue on, this is 11 o'clock in the morning right here, as these storms continue to move east as well. And then if you go to around, this is 12 o'clock p.m., this is 1 o'clock p.m. right here, storms still moving through. And then right after those storms get through, another line of showers or downpours can move through. And that's pretty much it. After that, cold air will start to take effect, and then it's going to be dry after that as well. So talking about our future as well for the next 400 or so hours, move all the way over here into the southeastern U.S. Pull that up right here. See that there is, there goes all of this rain, all the severe weather that I have been saying is possible, as we go through all the way to the 11th as well. And then as you continue your way through, December the 15th showers still moving through the upstate of South Carolina as well. And then it starts to kind of dissipate as you get through around the 17th. Showers trying to move through, but then it just dissipates as soon as it gets to South Carolina. And it's the same thing here, but it actually survives around December the 20th. Rain gets there, and some cold air moves in from the backside, and then trying to get snow inside South Carolina around the 22nd, but again, that's way too far out. We'll talk about that when the time comes for that as well, and this is way too far out as well. This is almost 400 hours out right there, so we're going to wait on that, but that's just what the models are saying. So let's go on and talk with the audience. If you want to be part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time as well. Let's see what the audience has to say for tonight. Mr. Oliver says, gloomy day at my house. My pond is getting very low. I hope to get some rain to replenish it because the wading birds are fighting over the fish in there. Hope you had a great day. I did. Thank you so much for asking. And the drought monitor will be updated again going into Thursday. So we'll check it out Thursday evening. And then my cousin Cheryl says, good evening, one man. Hope you had a wonderful day. I'm listening because we're going to get some rain tomorrow. It's going to be a soaker, so have a good night. Be blessed. We love you, cousin Cheryl. Thank you so much for your message. In terms of rainfall, though, I can actually look that up real fast. That should not be too much of an issue. Let me go on and get that real fast. I don't see anything significant if you go to tomorrow. Well, tomorrow you do have a marginal risk for excessive rainfall, which just means isolated flooding is possible. But after tomorrow, that's it. And then in terms of how much rain you can get as well, seems to only be around 1 to 2 inches. So somewhere around there is how much rain you'll be getting tomorrow. So around the same amount of rainfall as people in maybe like the upstate of South Carolina are receiving, but they might receive more. And then Terrell says, hi, just hello to you. And that's all that I see right now. We'll check again after we're done talking about San Antonio and Raleigh. And then that's it after that. So as we go on and push this forward, no rainfall expected for San Antonio as you move through the next 40 or so hours. And as you move all the way through here, as you move up there into Raleigh, North Carolina, showers, downpours continuing through all the way through around 7 o'clock in the morning, all the way to around 12 and maybe even close to 2, 3 o'clock p.m. As well. So rainfall will be moving through, and as it goes all the way from 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, maybe even scattered showers, downpours going on all the way from around 1 o'clock in the morning all the way through to around 3 o'clock p.m. to where it gets more widespread as the day progresses. And then as it passes by, the main threat passes by at around, could be as early as 7 o'clock and could be as late as 1 o'clock or even later than that, but it will be fully gone by around like 4 o'clock-ish. And that seems to be that. Let's check out temperatures now as well. And let's check, and speaking of that, let's go on and check out our likes right now. We have 6 people watching and only 5 likes, and we've had 11 people view so far. So if you're one of the people that haven't hit the like button yet, make sure that you do that, as that is just as important as hitting the like button. But once you hit the like button once, that's it. You don't have to hit the like button again. Not the like button, but the subscribe button. Once you hit the subscribe button once, that's it. Like button, you have to hit that every single time. Low temperatures tonight only getting to around like 61 high temperatures tomorrow. Will actually start to drop, and I should have talked about that with South Carolina as well, because high temperatures will actually be at like 10 o'clock in the morning for Raleigh, but as the day progresses, it's going to get cooler, and by 5 o'clock, it's going to be 46. At 4 o'clock, it's going to be 49, and then low temperatures tomorrow night around 32, and then high temperatures only getting up to around 43. And I forgot to talk about this with South Carolina as well. But South Carolina, we will receive our high temperatures at like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, maybe even earlier than that, especially if you're in like the upstate of South Carolina, because in the upstate of South Carolina, up here near Greenville, for example, your high temperatures up there are going to peak at around 4 o'clock in the morning, where it's going to be around 60 degrees. But then once you wake up and you get to around 12 o'clock p.m. ish, it's going to be down to 52. And I can say the same thing down here for Columbia as well. High temperatures are going to peak at around 6 o'clock in the morning, but then they're going to drop rapidly. And at 4 o'clock, it's going to be 48. I can say the same thing down here for Charleston as well. As high temperatures are going to peak at around like 8 o'clock in the morning, and then they're going to drop significantly as it will drop to around like 40, 50 degrees, 40 probably around there at like 5 o'clock p.m. So it's going to be warmer throughout the morning time and cooler throughout the afternoon time. That's what it's looking like for tomorrow. And especially the more towards Greenville or the more west you are, the earlier it will happen. So that's what's going on for tomorrow. Moving on over here to San Antonio, though. Low temperatures tomorrow, or tonight, at around 36. High temperatures tomorrow at around 64. Low temperatures tomorrow night only at around 37. 36 maybe. And then high temperatures at around like 65-ish. And that seems to be about it. So we're going to, I mean, Raleigh does have a risk, I believe, for some excessive rainfall going into tomorrow as well. No, not tomorrow. Tonight. Not even tonight either. I don't believe, yeah, no, there's no, actually right here it says there's no threat, for Raleigh in terms of excessive rainfall as you move through tonight and tomorrow. But definitely some heavy rain, though. As you move all the way to severe weather as well, I don't believe that there's any threat either. Maybe except for tomorrow, and it seems like that is, you're just on the border, so thunderstorms are possible in Raleigh, but could be strong, but I don't expect them to be too severe if they are severe at all. And that seems to be about it. So let's go on and check out the audience one more time, which Mr. Oliver does say, will black ice be a potential problem after the rain falls and the temperatures drop? No, shouldn't be, because it's not going to get below freezing. So we shouldn't have to worry about that at all. Because if you go into low temperatures for tomorrow night, I mean, tomorrow night, actually, in some areas, it could get around 30, 31, 32. But I don't think that any black ice or anything like that will form. And by the time the cold front does actually pass, it will be dry right after it as well. But I have not seen anything on it yet. But I will check, and if something does change and it does seem possible, we will talk about that tomorrow morning. So make sure that you tune in for tomorrow morning as well. But I don't believe it, so, at all. And that seems to be about it. Let's check it out one more time. I don't see anything else, so hopefully that if anyone else has any question that they ask, because I'll be here for about another 5 minutes looking at the chat, seeing what's popping up. And I will be back tomorrow morning with your Wednesday forecast update. Make sure you hit the subscribe, like, share button as well, and I'll be back tomorrow morning.
How.